Hi, my name's Noshad, I'm just naming Shubham. This is Spurs Video Podcast. Obviously very devastated about the result last night. Shout out to loads of them, XE, Lex, Debs, Mick, Craigie Boy, all the guys on Spurs ID, Spurs Forum. It's really sucks. I'll take credit for one thing though. They didn't do it glory. Let's face it, Chelsea, it wasn't a game, to win on penalties, there's no shame on penalties, but to play for penalties and to play for a draw, which is what all they were doing. They didn't, yes, they showed a sheer blind-mindedness and they showed a lot of heart, but where was the skill? Where was the glory? Where was the daring? None of that. If you want to win that way, if you want to be a decision fighter, great, go ahead. For me, it reminds me of fighters that basically played peekaboo. There's a guy called Gretchen Roccagiani who played fought for Chris Eubank years ago, and basically all he did was to peekaboo for 12 rounds. That's what he did, and and that's what he did for like 11 or so rounds. And I just thought it wasn't a really good fight to watch, and basically it was just him being bad. And there's defensive, when you use your footwork, feints, blocks, and and really make it a spectacle. And there's just sheer like, I'm building a wall, try and get past this. Oh, and if you can't batter this wall down, that's fine. If we can sneak something past you, we'll do that. You want to do that? Great. Go ahead, be a fucking chav. North London last night saw a lot more Chelsea fans than I've ever seen it before. So I felt so close to wanting to bury them. I've got to thank this new person in my life who was really supportive. I was devastated, as were so many of my mates, and it really sucks. If Luke wants to go, let him go. We have a player that really wants to be there, and that's Sandro. He's the beast, and hopefully Harry realises that. Harry, whose flirtation with England, I think really cost us. And I blame him for that. I don't blame Chelsea for trying to upset Luca. I don't blame the FA for trying to do the best for the team in England. I blame Harry because his job as Spurs manager was to do the best for Spurs as Spurs manager. But Harry has always done, which I don't blame him for. Luca did the same. Harry's always looked out for Harry. The difference between Harry and Luca is that Harry was not honest about it. And I am tired of that. Unfortunately now, with obviously the Dalglish sacking, they're going to probably go for Martinez. I'd like to think we can get in there first, but has he got money to spend? Obviously Adebayor, Malaga will be courting, PSG will also be courting, as well as the Russians. If he wants to go there, fine. I don't blame any player for making as much money as he can, and I honestly do believe that he does a lot for Togo. The way Drogba does a lot for Ivory Coast. Say what you want about him and the way he falls over, but he does a lot for his charity work. I'm hoping that in terms of we can do some kind of deal where we can pay Adebayor like, I don't know, £100 a week, 110. Because at one point we were going to offer that Sol Campbell. People forget that a long time ago. We were going to offer something like £90 a week on the Sol Campbell. This is back in 2001 or something. I hope we can do something deal and say, look, what we'll do is your charity will actually we'll pay you 150, but that 30 grand goes towards tax relief. We'll create some tax relief fund that will fund all the money there. So it's a contractual obligation that we'll happily pay. And what we'll do is that we've obviously got our SOS villages. What we'll do is actually increase our our charitable thing. And I think if they say, look, we'll like to do that, they'll forget some of their wages and say, look, but we believe in this cause. Can you help us as our employer do that? It's not wages. This is a benefit in kind, but I'm sure a good tax accountant. I don't know. Maybe we can get Philip Green's tax accountant. Can do something to make it, it's for charity. It's not only tax, do something. At least it's going somewhere apart from his back pocket. We can do something with it. In terms of players, I'm hoping we can sign. I'd love to have brought Berbatov back. I don't think that's possible now, but you never know. Maybe we can build. Obviously, we've shown we can compete. The 10-point lead, to lose 10-point lead and go to finish by -1 is just a real kick in the nuts. Or we must get stronger. Hopefully Vertonghen will sign, and that will strengthen our defence, and as well as the midfield as well, and our left back. So his versatility is such an asset to us, and I think the fact that we're saying, look, you'll be playing centre half. Ledley King's only got another year left. William Gallas has one more year left. If that, essentially you and the cab will be the basic defensive pairing for as long as we know it, and obviously you've got players like Corker and Dawson. I think our team has been built around Luka Modric. We now need to rebuild our team and apparently reshuffle the midfield and build it around players like the HUD, Ryan Lennon. One player I'd love for us to get is Götze. Everyone's gonna laugh at me, but you know what? We got Luka Modric ahead of Liverpool, and this is when Liverpool were almost before Rafa had his infamous, slaying Alex Ferguson. We're gonna go for the title. Almost won the title that season. Yeah, they were like amazing form that year. Yeah, was it them? I can't remember who it was, but yeah, that was the year before. Yeah, year before Liverpool went for the title. So we managed to get him, and we were in real shit stage. But somehow we managed to convince Luke of the project. I don't know if it was Kamoli. I don't know if it was what's his name? Levy. But we managed there. Who knows? And anyway, like if Hazard wants to go for what, 300 grand a week, I don't fucking blame him for that. Go to there. With financial fair play, UEFA have waited way too long to actually stop this sort of thing. Because let's face it, Real Madrid, Barcelona, loads of these teams are living beyond their means, and it's not sustainable. But I like the fact that someone's doing something about it, because it will get to a point where it all comes collapsing. If you keep increasing wages, at one point there will be a tipping point. It comes crashing down. Obviously, UEFA have shown some balls and actually saying, we've got to address this. Now I think it's shown some balls and actually addressing the problem. But if we can get some good players in, and I still think the players that are, players like Hoylett, I think is a good player, and I think that will add depth to our bench. I'm not saying he's a bench player, but I think he can be one of those players that and I think he could even be an Henry, because at 5'10", he's definitely tall enough to play the striker, and I prefer him to say someone like Remy. Remy, I wouldn't know where you'd play him. I'd rather have someone who's 5'10", and actually has an eye for goal, can get the assist in, and can get a few good goals in, than someone like Remy. I don't know if he stayed there because of we couldn't pay the fee, or he felt he had some loyalty to Blackburn. I honestly don't know. I'm only guessing. And hopefully, hopefully I think Bale will stay for a year, because I think Bale's a big time child. I don't know, who knows? Maybe Luka Modric, because obviously I think the Villas-Boas thing. I think Villas-Boas really wanted Luka Modric. I don't see the way that Chelsea play, the way Luka Modric plays to play. I just cannot see us signing, because they've got Juan Mata. Why would they need Luka Modric? He's a good player, but can you see him going ahead of Ozil for Real Madrid? No, I don't see it. I can see him making triple the money, but I don't see him getting in the team ahead of Ozil. And for that reason alone, I can see him getting ahead of someone like, I don't know, Alonso or Khedira. No, or Diarra. No, I just don't see that happening. In terms of the way where he likes to play, that's what I call that metronome, that Aussie Idealist style player that sets the tempo. Definitely not. Lots of our Spurs fans are scared of losing players. I'm scared, but this is when we need good leadership, and I think Levy needs to lay down a marker to Harry. I was very disappointed that we didn't get a thing, but we've shown some real character with the Fabrice Mwamba. Oh God, there's so many things that we have done right, and as much as it pains me to think that evil has overcome good, let's keep the faith. And if any Arsenal fans want to say some shit to me, come say some shit to me. And before I knock you out and rip your knees out with a heel hook, come say some shit to me. Only joking. No, look, I'll give us, let's face it, I'll say this now. I remember when Barcelona knocked out Arsenal, I was aghast at the way they did it, because it was a very dodgy decision against Van Persie. I don't mind losing. I'll happily lose to a team that, I'll happily lose fair and square. But ask yourself this: have Tottenham lost fair and square season? I don't think so. Have Chelsea won fair and square season? I don't think so. That's just my thing. Just that lack of fairness. But that's just the way life is, I guess. Anyway, going to be doing a part 2, so hopefully Triple KL. Hope you enjoy this part 2, and as always, come on you Spurs.